Your friendly neighborhood YouTuber is rated PG-13. Parental advisory, explicit content. Viewer discretion is advised. You guys ready for an epic review? Let's get this shit started. Hey, what's up everyone? Here we are! We are back at it again with another action figure review! Starring Overtkill 3. Look at how amazing this guy looks. Alright guys, so I hope you guys have been enjoying my Spawn reviews. Right now, I'm, as you guys know, everything that's been going on, it's kind of been hard to obtain new action figures. So I've been reviewing a lot of, well, actually, that's not true, because I review a lot of vintage figures anyways. So, yeah, I'm kind of a vintage channel. If you guys love vintage reviews, and also new, I like new shit as well, but I do like to pay tribute to the past, and this guy is no exception. Speaking of the past, if you guys are not accustomed to watch my channel, I actually did a review of him and Desiccator. A double review when I first started my channel a couple years ago, so I figured we'd take a closer look at this figure, being that, well, for one thing, I've gotten better with my editing, better with my channel, better with sound, better with everything, and I'm going to give you guys a quality, in quotation marks, review. And also stay tuned towards the end of the video where I'm going to break out some other Spawn figures, do a comparison with him, and you know I'm going to break out that new Spawn as well to do a comparison. And also I'm going to break out all my Overtkill figures and put them with this guy and show you how far we have come. The evolution of Overtkill. Alright, so let's take a look. I'll show you guys the close-up detail of this guy, and then we'll go through the articulation. So, let's go ahead and start with his feet. So, man, it's just so much detail with this guy. And as far as, excuse me, just had Subway. As far as the articulation, we'll check out the articulation in detail as I'm showing you the detail. So I figure that'll be the quickest way to go. So as you can see, the feet move up and down. You can see there's a piston joint right in there as I move the foot, which I've just now noticed after having this figure in my collection for, what, probably 2 years now. Same thing with this foot. You got to be careful because these are McFarlane figures. I love that piston joint, man, that you can see underneath his shin guards. And then on the side, you see the spikes right here, the gold spikes. Surprised these haven't broken off already, but they are very fragile, but they do feel very durable. Don't ask me why these are discolored. I don't know if it's a part of the figure or it's just the wear of the figure. The knee pads, armored knee pads. As far as the articulation goes in the crotch, just leg swivel. That's all the articulation that you're going to get with his legs. There's no knee bend. His knees are pre-posed. This is pretty much the only stance you're going to get him in. Love the tubing going from his belt to his legs. I'm guessing to get him to walk because there's only tubing going from his belt to his legs, so maybe it helps him walk. I don't know the story of it. If you guys know, let me know. As far as, let's see. Now, it looks like he's a little dusty because he's been sitting on my shelf for a while. So, he does have these guns right here. This gun right here, which is out, and then you have this gun right here. I don't know if this can pop off or not, but it looks like there's a gun in there, too. Let me know, guys, if you had this figure. Look at the dust on this guy. Man. It looks like this pops off, and looks like there's another gun inside there, if you guys can see, amidst the dust and debris. Actually, yeah, I just now noticed right here. Oh, let's see. See, it looks like they open up, but I don't know if they pop off or pop in. Or maybe they do. Okay. Oh, okay, so they open up like that. And he has like mini guns. Okay, I gotcha. Look at that. Dude, after having this figure in my collection for 2 years, I just now fucking noticed that. Like, I just now noticed the guns on his hands, on his arms. Holy shit, man. Never knew that. Never knew that at all. This one looks like it was pre-posed, so that kind of looks like it's just kind of out there. I don't know if there's... you can close that. Same thing with this one. He's got guns. You open that up, and his gun pops out like so. Man, that is crazy that I've had this figure in my collection for almost 2 years, and I'm just now seeing these things. Holy shit. Close them up. Hand, swivel, hand. It doesn't look like this one swivels. Yeah, there's no break here at this wrist. There's a lot of dust. There's the armored, for the armored forearms right there. He just has the break right here. This hand doesn't move. At least I don't think so. Maybe it does, maybe it's just kind of frozen stuck there. His arms can go out that much. This one, let's see. Man, this arm is just kind of frozen, dude. That's as far as he has with the articulation. Yeah, this looks like this arm is a little bit more articulated than this arm, because this arm is not budging. The wrist is not budging, the arm is not budging. It can go up and down, but it's kind of hindered by his shoulder pad, but it's supposed to move up, but being that this broke off or has a hard time staying on there, I glued this bitch on there. So yeah, that shoulder pad is not going to move. Same thing with this one. This one moves. And I think one of the reasons why these big armored shoulder pads broke off is because of the movement of the arm. You see how they're just kind of sitting there, and yeah, they're just kind of like, they're not even pegged in there. Like this shoulder piece right here is just kind of, it just kind of pops on there. It's not even pegged in there, really. So let's check out his chest. His chest is amazing. If you guys are looking at his armor, there's like more like cybernetic, like skin. That's the best way to describe it. There's his chest, and then there's his skin, and then as you guys can see, under his skin, he's got a lot of cybernetic stuff going on underneath his skin. As far as head movement goes, swivel at the head. He can swivel, but barely. So, on the back, there's his detail. I don't know if he's missing anything, guys. If you have this figure and if you think he's missing something, let me know, because I'm not really for sure. He has these gold spikes on the back right here. A few of these have popped out. I think I glued one of them in there because it kept popping out. There's the back of Overtkill 3. Nice, man. Beautiful, beautiful figure. He does have some nice weight to him, but he is hollow inside, but it doesn't matter. He's still a pretty heavy guy. As far as being heavy, like Marvel Select Juggernaut heavy, no. With that being said, let's break out some big figures, some Spawn figures, and let's do some comparisons. Alright, so speaking of big action figures, I wanted to show you the size comparison. If you guys are Marvel Select collectors and you know about the size of Juggernaut and the Hulk, then this gives you a size estimate of how big this guy is. So, let's see. Overtkill 3 stands at about a little bit under 9.5 inches tall, going all the way up to his radio CB antenna radio right there at the top. That's the highest point, pretty much, next to the spike on his back right here. And then if you're wondering about Juggernaut over here, he's about 9 inches. 9.5 for Hulk over here. They're all in the 9-inch family. So in real life, I guess Overtkill would be 9 feet tall, right? I'm just making shit up as I go along. But that's how they measure up. That's the size comparison right there. So it gives you an idea of how big this guy is. Okay, so let's break out some Overtkill figures. All of them actually in my collection. I think I have all the Overtkill figures. So let's break them out and let's do a comparison. Okay, so here is the history of Overtkill. I think these are all the Overtkill figures that were made. Overtkill. Why do I always say Overkill? But it's Overtkill. So yeah, these are all the Overtkill figures that were made. As far as I know, I can't think of any figures, Overtkill figures, that are out there. I think I pretty much have them all. So here is Spawn, Overtkill 1. I'm thinking of Spawn, the next comparison I'm going to show you guys. So there's the first one, the originator. This is the one that started it all. Look at this dude. He's still an awesome figure. I just love the vintage, cheesy awesomeness of this figure, man. It just screams 90s toys. Here is Overtkill 2. This is from 96, I believe. This one was from 94, 96. And then this one, I believe, is 2001. I believe. 2001. Maybe not. Yeah, I think he's a 2001, yeah. Because he's not 90s, because if he was 90s, then he would have been in my top 10 greatest Spawn figures from the 90s, and he's not from the 90s. I do believe he's 2001. Then here is the newer kind of animated one, Overtkill. This is the newest one, so I guess he would probably be Overtkill 4, right? So here is the animated version. And as you can see, the Overtkill 3 is the more realistic one out of all of them, man. I do love this Adventures of Spawn Overtkill, man. Fucking awesome. Awesome. Overtkill. Oh yeah, and I do believe this guy, he is missing some chains. So I do have some chains for him somewhere. I do believe that's one of the accessories that's missing from him. But other than that, he doesn't need anything else, man. He's pretty fucking awesome. Let's break out some other Spawn figures, and then I'll give you my rating, and then I'll go ahead and end this review. Okay, so here we are. We are back with the last two figures that I recently reviewed. We have the Desiccator right here, and then we have the new Spawn figure from the Mortal Kombat lineup. Before we get to him, let's move him out the way. So here is Overtkill 3 with the Desiccator. As you can see, Overtkill 3 is bigger than the Desiccator. So if you guys want to see a review of that, check it out. And like I said, I did a review of these two figures together way back a couple years ago. They were one of my first reviews ever. Next up, we have Spawn from Mortal Kombat, and here's his sword, which I didn't get to in the review. So there was the sword, if you guys care to see the sword. Pretty awesome. This is how they measure up, and they go so fucking well together, man. So fucking well. Alright guys, let me give you my rating. What do I think of this Overtkill 3? He's perfection. You know where I'm going, solid 10. He's one of my favorite figures in my entire collection. There's nothing more I can say about this guy. Tell me what you guys think of Overtkill 3. Do you have him? Do you own him? Do you plan on picking him up after this review? Did I do a good job reviewing this guy? Let me know what you think of Overtkill 3. We'll go ahead and leave it at that. I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next review. Bye!